we are doing our final episode 5 of making wine, and tonight we've let it sit in the bottle for 30 days after all the other processes you've seen in episodes 1 through 4. And tonight we're going to try the Merlot with some wonderful ribeye steak that we just finished sous videing and flame torching, and I got to bring this on the plate here. There we go. We got some salad, some steak, some Mexican corn, and some Merlot. So before my palate gets all mixed up with all these other flavors, we're super excited to try this Merlot out. Gotta get the device right. So we're gonna crack it. Pop. Awesome. Ooh, smells great. First pour of our first Merlot ever. Color is really good. It's not like deep dark. It's somewhere there in the red, like dark red fruit punch area. Again, this was 13 to 14%, probably like 13.2. So my guess, maybe 13.5. I'm not seeing massive legs on it, but oh, it's got some legs. There we go. It's about half the height up there. The nose is great. It's got maybe a touch more sulfur than I expected, but I was smelling that when it was in the bottling process, and I thought maybe that would come off of it. I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to let this, well, I'm going to take my first sip here and just give an initial taste of it straight out of the bottle. But then I want to pause. I want to let it open up to, like, 5-10 minutes and just really get where it's at. So well, it's not bad. There's not a, well, let's see. It is rich. It's nice. The tannins aren't overbearing. It's right in that middle space. I like that. It's not like overly fruity. There's not a ton of berry and fruit jumping out at me. It's very winey, so to speak. It's pretty good. It actually doesn't taste a ton different than when I put it in the bottle. But this is going to be good with the steaks, in my opinion. Again, the nose, I think, and the taste have a little more sulfur in it than I want, so I may have to change something next time around with a few things, but it's going to work out. All right, we're going to let it open up and pause this, and then come back and give you the opening up flavors. All right, so we've been enjoying some steak for a minute. Been letting the wine open it up, obviously sipping on it. And it's changed a little bit after opening up. I think at the end of the day, a little more fruit comes out after opening up. It has a nice warm finish. I really like the finish on it. Overall, I guess the depth and the complexity of it is not where I'd want it to be. It could be a deeper red, and it could be a little more berry and other types of fruit flavors to pull out of it. I know it's only a single, grape. It's a Merlot, but it is pretty good overall. I need to kind of go through the process again and figure out where I got a little more of that sulfur in there that I wanted to. But it's great to enjoy with the steak. It doesn't have the legs, again, or the color as much rich color as I want. And we didn't add water to it. We didn't thin it out, so I'm not sure, what the trick is there. Something to learn and study up on there. But if I was to put it on a 5 scale, I'd probably put it around like a 3.1. If it was on a 10 scale, more around 7.2. So it is enjoyable. It's definitely worth having. I'm gonna let this stuff age in my cellar and see what it turns into over time. Share some with my friends, but it was a great process. Fun to learn. First time doing it. It didn't turn out bad at all. So it was a great experiment, and I will be playing around with some of the variables and making the next batch next year that much better.